Hello. So I've done a little bit extra to some of these levels between the time when I showed them last. This one you can see I've added just a few bits to pretty it up, make it more interesting here and there. Not too much to change the general idea of the level, just add, fill in the gaps kind of thing. I won't walk through them, you can kind of see as they are there, and I'll just kind of leave it for if you want to play the level. I haven't actually play tested it myself, but I think it's doable. I might play test it before I actually release it though. So this level, there's been a bit of a change. See, most of the stuff is still in the position as it was, but we have the key that was behind here has now been replaced by a boulder, and now we've got some eggs here. And I've kind of realised that this is actually impossible. But the idea is you come down here, you use this boulder to deal with these monsters that come out of these eggs, then you come down, grab the key, and continue on the way you were. This has got just a little extra thing, you push the boulder through there, and then the spirit can come out. But the general idea kind of remains the same. So as I realised this is actually impossible. If you come here, push this across, go down here, you can't go any further down, otherwise you'll have an egg on your head. So you come back up, the egg breaks in that gap, you think, oh, I've got to kill it with a boulder. Come up here, ping, that boulder goes down, squishes it, and you've kind of got an egg, a boulder, and an egg, and you can't get through this part anymore. So what I was thinking is if I just adjust it slightly, if I pop that there, and kind of put some diamonds down here, and replace the diamonds here with the eggs. So now if you push it across, you go ping, you go splat. You still can't quite get through to this part because if the boulder's lying here, anywhere, you come down to this point and you can't go down any further to collect this other diamond to release the eggs. So what might be a good thing is this. Of course, this makes it kind of interesting, and I might just pop that there. Yeah, that should be interesting and doable. Down the bottom here, I might actually just put this there and that there. And your goal is to, obviously you've got the boulder in here, you've dealt with the eggs with that boulder, and then you have to get down the rest of the way and not land the boulder, well, yeah, not land the boulder in the way. I suppose the best way to kind of do that is that, because the boulder, if it lands, here, you're not going to be able to get the key. If it lands on top of here, there you are. Is that a good idea? That's maybe a good idea. So you can land it one side or the other. Yeah, I'll think about that. So anyway, just kind of walking through like the changes I've made and other things I might have added here. Next level here, don't think I've added too much to this apart from this bit over here. I've now kind of put the transporter behind this wall and put a crown behind there. Otherwise I think that's exactly the same. Now on to screen D. Yeah, nothing's changed here, that's still the same. E, I have actually added something to, and this may look like a lot to have added all at once, but I'll go through my steps of what I was actually thinking of here. So first I created this small area, this skulls and the fungus and Repton in the middle, so I thought Repton goes, panic, out of here to here, and then thinks, oh no, I've got to actually seal this off because maybe the time bomb is here. Okay, so yeah, you have to kind of deal with the fungus so before the time bomb gets completely covered up. So what I want to do here, well, what I kind of said is, or thought is, if you have the platform going all the way this way and that way, and then you had like a boulder over here, you just go push the boulder under here, and then you block it off. But I thought, why make it that easy? So I put a little step here, and I thought if you put the boulder up here, you can push it down, and then you have to go like around here, push it across, and you'll be underneath. So I thought, well, one step, why not two steps? Why not three steps? Why not, as many steps as you can fit? And then I did, a symmetrical thing up this side as well. And you can see that the Repton levels are an even number of tiles across because they don't quite match up at the edges here. And yeah, I'm not quite sure how you're going to get behind here at the moment, perhaps a transporter somewhere. And the idea here is to push the boulders down, and then obviously the spirit will go on to, is like probably circling this one, and then you push the boulder down here, it'll move over to circling this one, and then you push it down and move on to circling this one, and then circle this one. And I thought, hey, I can put some cages at the top, so I just put them at the top here, just like ears at the top. Put another spirit, doing the same thing on the other side, And then I thought, well, why not just make these like separate areas, walled them off like this, and then I kind of like put the walls like this and realised that when you push this one down, this spirit is probably going to go around and into this cage immediately. And I thought, actually, that's kind of okay. But then I realised if you push this boulder down here, this is going to go around the edge, and then so I put this one here because I want it to go into here so that you'd think, okay, I've got to make it not go around the edge. I have to make it go in here. But then I kind of looked at the level and thought, there's nothing really that completely solidifies that flow of the level. So what I did is, well, when you get this one, you get the key, which opens up this one, this safe here, and this safe here. So obviously, if you try and push this down at the moment, it'll just get stuck here, and you can't push it any further. So once you get the key, you can get this spirit and this spirit into the place they need to be. So then you'd open this one to get this spirit out and then go into here. Because if you open this one and this one, that's the way that the level's supposed to work, and that's okay. If you open this one and this one, well, you can get the key, but and you can't get this spirit into this cage, because I'm going to make it that you can't transport into here or get into here by any other way. And then if you open this one and this one somehow, then obviously you can't get the key, so you can't open this safe, and you can't really open this one and this one. You can only open one of them, because then this one won't. Well, you can't really actually open any of them. No, you could actually, couldn't you? Because somehow, if you did manage to get this, well, I suppose you could push it down, then it would come down. If the spirit was circling this one, then circling this one, then circling this one, then circling this one, you could go underneath and over, and if you push the boulder here, it would come up here and go ping into this one, and there would be no point in doing that. So I've kind of like fixed it so that you have to do this level in a particular way, and this is the overarching thing. Then other bits can be put in here and there. So which one was this? This one E, wasn't it? Let me just check that. Yeah, that was E. So what's F then? F. Ah, yes, because I thought, well, F is the start of the levels where you can't actually look at the map. So I thought, well, how can I actually use that? Because I think a lot of levels that you can't use the map on is just like, oh, we've made a level and we didn't really think about that you couldn't look at the map, but it doesn't matter if you could or couldn't look at the map, because you could figure out the level anyway, even though it might be a bit awkward in certain circumstances. But here I've actually kind of designed it so that you not being able to look at the map is actually something that has to make you think. So when you come along here, you end up with a boulder on your head. Actually, I need to do a little something like this. So yeah, you come along here, you end up with a boulder on your head. You think, now what do I want to do? Because if you carried on, this would fall down here and block off this bottom area. So you think, well, I know I've come from this way, and I haven't been down here and I haven't been down here, so the logical thing is I know there's nothing down here, so what I'll do is shuffle the boulder over into this area so I can then carry on down here or down here depending on what I want to do. And that's kind of like using the fact that you can't see the map. And I thought that was an interesting thing. What I'm going to do for the rest of the level, I'm not quite sure at the moment. And then, where are we? G. Don't know if I've shown this off yet, but here the general idea is you get this boulder, either you drop that boulder into there, or you drop this boulder into there, so you can get one of those boulders, to go further on. So then you move the boulder all the way over here, you put it into here so that this spirit can go in the cage, and then you carry on with the boulder down here somewhere, to this one where you can get to the time bomb. And I thought that was kind of an interesting idea of the level. It's a pity this isn't like Repton Infinity or anything, so I could make this a special boulder. So this boulder would be distinct from any other boulder on the level. So you have to get this boulder and only this boulder to, you know, specific parts in the level in order to, you know, trigger something, you know, open some kind of door or whatever, so you can carry on with the level. It'd be an interesting thing to do, I think, but obviously just working with Repton 3, I'm kind of, you know, using what I've got here. So that's that, and oops, well, we've got a bit of dirt now. And moving on to the next one, the last one here. So I've done a little bit more to this one, as you can see here. So I thought, well, when I was playing through it, you couldn't get to this square here, so I put the key in there, and you could get to this one here, which has got now got an egg in it. So you just complete the puzzle, you break the egg, you come through this way here, and then sort this out and then get down here, and you can see there's spirits around here. You come through here, come through here, go up, get the key, so all these safes unlock. And the reason I put the safes there is because when you come down here, you can slightly bypass the fact that there's a bunch of spirits here and come through like this way maybe. So I decided to block that way off. And it kind of makes an interesting way through the level because you come up here, around here, down here, into the spirit area, out of the spirit area, into another spirit area, and then try and make your way up here. And, well, you might be able to sort of drop all these boulders down here, block off this area, and then come up here and then go back over the top, because you should at that point be able to get past this point and then come back around again. You know, I could have devised it so that you couldn't get through here, and so you have to manage where you're dropping the boulders so you can get back through here, but I am trying to make these levels easy. I say easy, not quite easy, you know, a step up from easy really, maybe a couple of steps up from easy. It's slightly gone out the window trying to make easy levels. What I'm trying to do now is not make the hardest levels that I can and try to make them a little bit easy. Thinking about it, you can't see the map on this one, but you've kind of got like an immediate puzzle here, and then it kind of flows on through here, and then you say, oh heck, there's spirits here, so you've kind of got that going for you. Then you come through here, and then it's like, well, what else can I do down here? Oh yeah, I put a bunch of cages down here. This is not obviously the finished puzzle here. I'm going to put, you know, something down there, so you've got to drop these boulders here through the hole and then push them against the wall and, you know, other places, so that you can get the cages connected, and so the spirits can go into them and, you know, actually be able to complete the level. So yeah, this is why I put the little skull lips on. That's a weird phrase. Put the lips made out of skulls. Still a bit of a weird phrase. Anyway, I put these on here because if you drop boulders down this side, then you can't push them out and over into here. Same if you drop them on down this side. You only have the only way you can get the boulders down here is by, you know, coming through here. So I know there's a lot of boulders here at the moment, but I may kind of do something so you can only get a certain number of boulders out. Maybe, maybe not. But it kind of adds a little bit more control of what's actually happening in the puzzle. So you drop them through here, connect these up, and that's the basic idea of the level really. There's not a lot of room to put anything else because, you know, you have the big bouldery thing up here, you have these areas which you kind of have to go through, so they can't be too complicated here, plus you'll be being chased by a bunch of spirits, so you could be mean and put a bunch of stuff in here that makes it interesting, but as I said, I'm trying not to make this as hard as I could. So yeah, that's the levels kind of as they stand at the moment. I haven't really done much editing at the moment, but that's I've kind of shown you what new things I've added, and then we can see what else we can do to spice up these levels later on. So see you next time.